Spectrum Dance Theater is a contemporary dance company, but also a dance school, and it has adult classes and youth classes that start at the age of 5. And so the mission and vision of Spectrum is that anyone and everyone belongs here. It is dance for all, and so it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you want to dance, you have a place here at Spectrum. And the professional company is currently managed under Artistic Director Donald Byrd. He's been the executive artistic director for the last 20 years. Before that, it was Dale Merrill, one of the founders of Spectrum.
Hi, my name is Donald Byrd, and I am the Artistic Director of Spectrum Dance Theater, and this is my 20th year. Social justice is a really important part of what I do. I would say right now it is central. It is central also to the mission of Spectrum. The third part of the mission of Spectrum says to educate audiences or people about dance as an art form and also as a social civic instrument.
The School of Spectrum Dance Theater was officially founded in 2004 by Sean Roberts. So her and Mr. Donald Byrd, the artistic director of the company, joined forces and said, you know something, we need a school that will support the type of work that we want to promote. The values that I want to share and impart, it's simply that it's what our core belief is and our core value is, which is it's dance for all. The environment that I strive to create is simply one of safety. I always say that it's a judge-free zone. And as I said earlier, if it's for everyone, well then why should someone come in and feel like they're being analyzed or put on a spot? What I've noticed is that the people who are just here from their heart, primarily like the adults, and definitely the little ones, because that's why they start in the first place, they completely change as individuals.
At Spectrum, I've talked a little bit about how you look like, doesn't matter, and the things that are really important and baked in, particularly into our school policies and our handbooks. Students of color have the opportunity to wear flesh tone tights to their flesh. Donald Byrd's work is unapologetically Black, and our company is not particularly, it's not a Black company, but it is the most diverse company in the Pacific Northwest. Spectrum has an incredible community engagement program where the majority of our programs are free of charge to community. We have a program called Dance Week that is open to students outside of the Spectrum community, but Spectrum community students can enroll as well. And it's completely free dance classes to really give students an intro into what's it like to go to a dance school and learn about how to use art as a social civic instrument.
So I've known Spectrum for probably 15 or 20 years. I used to serve on the Seattle Arts Commission with Donald Byrd, who's the artistic director. I've been a huge fan of their work artistically for a really long time. I think Donald and the company have taken on complex social issues way ahead of when a lot of arts organizations were doing that work. And more recently, about a year ago, my daughter started taking dance classes there as a 7-year-old pre-ballerina. I think the role that arts and culture plays in transforming communities and transforming individual people's lives. I think their commitment to racial equity and social justice through their practice is really important to me. And I think doing all that while maintaining a really high degree of artistic excellence is something I find very compelling.
A lot of organizations, dance organizations, arts organizations say dance is for all or art is for all. But I thought how it has manifested itself at Spectrum is unique. Most dance organizations, if they give scholarships are based on an assessment of talent, aptitude, potential. And at Spectrum, that wasn't the case. The only requirement is the desire to dance. Those people that have a desire to see that kind of work, that is who I think, primarily who we serve, but that's one aspect. We actually always are thinking about who else is being left out of the mix. What does all mean, and which alls are not having access to what it is that what we are doing, and how can we adjust that?
You look at art in general, you don't realize the impact that the art has on our society, and how much these people work and how hard they work, because it is their passion and it's beautiful. We've got generations of families who still attend classes here. It is magical.
I'm a big advocate for arts education and the power of creativity to help young people find their voice. I think it's in part about social emotional development for a 7-year-old girl like I have. It's also, I think, over time, a place where she can sharpen her creative skills, build a practice around movement and around expression. And if she wants to continue on as a dancer, Spectrum can bring her all the way up into a pre-professional program. So that's an exciting possibility for her. But in the near term, I just see the confidence that it gives her and the sense of self and identity, and that means a lot to me.
This is your lab. This is where you make mistakes. This is where you fall down. This is where you just try something. No one cares. You fall down, so what? What are we gonna do, laugh? This one's gonna fall down next, right? So be safe. No one's watching. Not that no one cares, just be who you are.
We are always being challenged to engage people and for people to welcome being engaged by the experiences that they have at a Spectrum theater. There's never enough money. I mean, that's just the bottom. I don't know how to make it sound like some way that, oh, we need it because of blah, blah, blah. The fact is, in order to do the work that we do, there has never been enough money. There is not enough money now. But in order to get to a future where there might be enough money, we need support now to be able to continue that journey.
My experience with Spectrum as a company member still directly impacts who I am as an instructor and also as a parent. It's always been important with young people that when they come into the studio, they don't leave behind what it is that they're dealing with in their personal lives, at school, at home, but they bring it into the studio and work through it.
Dance for All is a thing that Spectrum integrates profoundly. And what I mean by that is, like, you could look at Dance for All different ways. You could look at it from the standpoint of racial equity. Spectrum's doing that. You could look at it from the standpoint of financial accessibility. Spectrum is doing that. You could look at it from the standpoint of outreach. Spectrum is doing that. So it's in the institution, it's in the footing of the institution and what it does and how it moves and acts, but it's also like it's in the DNA of the dancing. And I think that's really important.
I know that Dance for All is the statement, but I think it's also about, like, open your eyes as a dancer. I think we are often, this is a long-winded answer, but I think we're often as dancers taught to mimic and taught to mime. And I think what Donald does is he creates an environment that it is okay for you to ask questions about why you're doing it and why things are going on in the world.